There's like a lot of things that really should have been uh clarified. Like one, and this is like, so this is just gonna be the after show.
Mhm.
So one, I was always kind of wondering why you never actually brought up any type of, uh, you know what I mean? When we talk about a nuke or when we talk about a, what's it called? Any type of,
Weapon of mass.
yeah, weapon of mass destruction, and you know exactly what that could do. The Death Note is like way more lethal than the more
It
weapons
is.
of mass destruction.
I guess I didn't. I guess I separated those from large scale attacks
Mhm.
to because yeah, you gotta write everyone's full name into that book. You can't eliminate everyone within a day on that book unless you just know everyone in that country's name. So, in my opinion, I always kind of saw the Death Note as like use that as a death penalty. Oh, you want to? Oh, they done morally totally wrong crimes. Death Note them. You don't even got to use no money to inject them or even electrocute them.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. That's the only way I see that ever being good use.
So, part of the reason I chose the side that I chose is because when you work in any state government or federal government, the amount of incompetency is just downright hilarious because you got to go through this office to go get this paperwork, to go get that paperwork, and they already got mountains and mountains. It's like just because they have it doesn't mean it's going to be you. Like, it's going to get lost in the paperwork.
Stereo.
Yeah. Now, the only thing I actually was kind of waiting for you to say was that what was it? Oh, using the Death Note. These actually could have worked for both of y'all. When it comes to just any user of the Death Note, you know that you could write how that person dies. So sometimes when there's like, let's just say the president just decided, hey, this person is just gonna walk on the sidewalk and he's gonna break his neck because a bike ran by him super fast and he fell back.
I actually had that idea, but the problem is I saw that more against my argument than anything because it's like, okay, you can write down how they die. I'm like, yeah, that's a perfect cover up.
That just kind of adds up
Yeah,
to it too.
yeah, like that guy just walked in front of a bus and a guy, hey, what a coincidence. Yeah, that'll happen.
Happens to be the person that's over something that you don't like.
Exactly. It's like that would have hurt me more than it helped me, but I did see it and I was hoping he wouldn't do that too. And I'm like, I got nothing for that.
Yeah, it's just like, oh my god, like you just said, oh, Mark Zuckerberg in a train crash. Like what?
Yeah. Also for the rules of this, we had to use like canon everything that happened in the anime and in the manga.
hmm
Oh my god, the most frustrating part
That's a lot.
because the government was just non-existent. It's like and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna have to bullshit this way through."
You just had to make it harder, huh?
Yeah, it's super funny because when it comes to the if I just said straight up show, it would have been a little bit different. But yeah, just using the manga's logic,
Yeah.
whole open like whole bunch of confusion and
Yeah.
everything else. This is like you don't have no type of structure going on. It's just, oh, the Death Note can be used like this all of a sudden because it helps the plot moves forward.
Oh my. And then if one Shinigami sacrifices another person, they get their life. And this like, all right, fantastic. This person can live for 1,000 years.
Yeah. And I actually almost did decide I wanted to use Tech Unleash, which was the um basically what would be a prime example of Tech Unleash would be you could go to a Walmart and buy a lightsaber. Like, so basically this is what this is what the scenario would have been. A whole bunch of Shinigamis just decided to follow in Ryuk's footsteps and just drop a ton of freaking death notes.
At that point, you just pray.
Yeah, you could get
You just pray.
you could get a death note at a bookstore at this point.
Like, it's Can you imagine not knowing you have enemies?
Yeah.
And your name is the first one they think of?
I would just tell everyone what's not my name. You just don't like that.
So I'm actually glad that you said that though, because what was it? Me and my friends, we were having an argument because I was talking to him about this podcast. I was in court, and he was basically saying, um, how do we dictate whose name and how which name works for the Death Note? So, and he was basically saying like, okay, what if it's a person that has a full government name, but they go by this name. So I put in an example like John Moran. John Moran is not his actual name. His name is Demetrius. But people know him as Ja. So if you write the name John Moran in the Death Note, shouldn't it work on John Moran? And he was basically saying no, because everybody knows L and he goes by L. And I was like, but it's different because L wasn't as famous. L basically came out of the shadows when it came to solving those cases. Yeah, everybody in the FBI probably knows him because of the important cases, but he's not a famous, like, on multi-personal, like big star.
But okay, hold on. But that's like saying The Undertaker should be The Undertaker in the book, but his name is not The Undertaker, but you
No, but
know him
that's
as The
but
Undertaker.
that's different. That's different. It's a stage name.
Yeah, but no one. Do you know his real name?
Yeah, Mark Elwood.
So most people would know his name, would just put his actual name instead of that. But
Yeah,
I mean, it really depends.
yeah.
Actually, I think they clarified it in the anime where they were like, it has to be their full legal name, and you have to be able to think about their face.
So the Shinigami is just based off your birth certificate. Then.
Yeah, but it's
That's
super
yeah.
but it's super funny because now that we were talking and he was like, okay, then imagine this, right? So imagine you're trying to write a twin and their names are damn near identical. So like let's say a Min Thompson and a Sar Thompson. So imagine you write a Sar, but you meant a Min. So does a Min die or a Sar die?
I mean, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure
Pretty
he
sure
dies,
whoever
'cause
name is in that
if
book,
they're
bro, you get it.
identical twins.
But the logic of it is that you have to have the intention to have that person like to be able to.
Okay, yeah, I see where he's going with it there. It might make it null and void at that point.
I think so. I feel like it is because it's like, why in the world would you just write L and then that's just it?
So I think they also addressed that. Not the twin part, but if they're identical twins, they would have similar features.
Hmm.
And unless you're like close to them, like 20, like not 24/7, but like enough to really like know distinct features from one from the other, I think he still end up dying. It sucks.
That does suck.
It sucks.
That really sucks. All right. All right. So he also did say, what if the person was trans?
I was thinking about that. I'm like, how would you go about that? Because would you imagine the new face or the old?
I said both names should be able to work, in my opinion.
I mean,
That's
yeah.
like double tapping.
Yeah, what?
Just write both names in the book at that rate.
Yeah, it's like no, I'm saying like one of each, like whichever name should, because like I don't know how a freaking Shinigami thinks, but it's just like you just think about somebody who changed their changed their gender and they decided they wanted to go by a different name, but it's like it would be a little bit more progressive for the Death Note to have it where both names should be able to activate.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't think they head in that direction though.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's not, but like at that point in time, it would be a blessing to be a trans person.
Oh yeah.
Like
It's everyone just dress this up in drag. You know what? That's what you do if they start selling it at Walmart or at any bookstore.
oh god.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to just change your name, change your look.
Nah, it's gonna be way too fast.
I just thought about that too, because imagine you decide, oh, the government has a death note. I just thought about this, but you're like, oh, I don't trust the government. Let me go change my name. That wouldn't work either.
No, I
'Cause then you
wouldn't.
have to legally
Know your new name.
But also, they have your social security card on file.
Yeah, they can just look you up.
Yeah,
Where these
that's yeah. Oh yeah, you were what's like Jeremiah, but now you're Jessica. Oh yeah, I'm still writing Jeremiah.
I'm gonna write both names just because you thought you was slick.
that's a double tap. It's like if one doesn't get you, the second one will.
That's pretty bad. But now I do want to ask y'all a question. So the next episode, I don't know if y'all are cool with this, but the next episode is going to be Back to the Future theme. Oh yeah, the future references, they were supposed to be like props and other stuff. I was supposed to have cards,
Yeah,
but
it's the first episode.
yeah, it didn't work out that way. But so Back to the Future, y'all watch Back to the Future too?
I gotta watch the other movie. I know I saw the first, and I think I saw the second.
I was gonna say those are the only ones that I really care about. The third wasn't.
Okay, cool.
You.
I have not seen any of them.
Oh my god. Oh shoot, that's like a shot to the heart. You know what I mean? But not only reason why is because like Robert Zemeckis is like one of my favorite directors. Um, but yeah, the scenario and timeline is should the should the TVA basically,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Loki when they say TV. You remember?
yeah, regulate time travel, and should they regulate sports betting when time travel?
Yes.
I already got that.
Yeah, the obvious thing is in the room is yes, but there will be a good amount of arguments where, you know, this is basically what the scenario is. I know you haven't seen the movie, but in Back to the Future Part 2, um Marty goes in time back in time to save his son from making a mistake. And the big mistake was what he messed up town hall or something like that, right?
The main thing I do remember, I don't know if it was the first or the second movie.
His son really wasn't even like that big of a deal. Like it's in the beginning, like you kind of like just find out, oh, his son, he has a son and he's with the love of his life in the future and everything, but it kind of gets pushed to the side in like what, like the first 30 minutes. But yeah, so basically what ends up happening is um in the first movie, there's this character called named Biff, and his great grandson decided to go back in time. And what did he do? He or was it like him as an old person?
Now I do remember him. He's his own grandfather.
Yeah, that's what it was. So yeah, his great grandson ended up running into Marty, and he ended up having the idea to his old self to go back in time. His old self went back in time and like behind he was like in the trunk of the DeLorean, and he ended up meeting with his past self. And so what he did was he gave him a almanac from 2015. Mind you, this is like 1955, and he gave him the almanac to just basically bet on all the games that are in this book,
Yeah.
and so he could become rich. So what ended up happening was that he has the book, and he basically throughout the whole future he was just becoming like super rich, and they didn't know about it until Marty and Doc had went into the present. And so what ended up happening was that Marty was never born, I believe, and Biff ended up becoming super rich and then ended up marrying his mom. Yeah, so
Oh, you saw that on Futurama?
I didn't know that was an actual thing in the movie.
yeah, so that's funny.
That makes the joke so much funnier because the professor is just like, "Oh, I'm my own grandfather over there." Oh my god.
He thought it came from Futurama and all that.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that's so funny. But I'm not gonna lie, if somebody gave me like an almanac to bet, I wouldn't have kids either.
No, but he did. He had like 3 kids.
Oh, man. But you also have to think about this. You don't get rich like that and nobody notice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're kind of right. But it's like if you keep on hitting, who's gonna really stop you?
Yeah. Unless you show them that book.
Yeah, like that's the only way.
Here's the thing though, like you're gonna tip off red flags because you're telling me this one guy bet on one team that keeps winning every single, and then it goes into the conspiracy of if it's rigged. Okay, he's getting inside information from someone. It goes deeper where it's like, nah, there's something up here.
All I can say is try to find proof, but I hear that go and find it.
Like you gonna be looking like Sergeant Dokes from Dexter if we can try to find proof from that.
They gonna build a RICO case for that. They're gonna RICO that.
But
They get close, burn the book.
yeah, let's say yeah. As soon as somebody becomes suspicious, you just burn the book. But now I'm pretty sure Biff was probably aware that there might be like some bookies or some mob bosses or Vegas, and there's a bunch of like old Italian guys with bats just outside of his door. Like, oh yeah, you're hitting way too much. What's going on? Yeah, but yeah, no. All all I'm saying is that the conversation for time travel it could either be time travel being regulated or what is it? Uh Sports betting while time traveling being regulated. Which one do you think?
Probably sports betting. Because time being regulated is an automatic yeah. Because we can see what happens when time isn't regulated.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Branching realities, butterfly effects.
Well, if the TVA is already on top of it, I think they already regulate time travel.
No, I'm saying hands off with the TV.
Oh, hands off? Oh no, that you're screwed. Either way.
Time is delicate.
I mean, yeah, you're kind of right. I mean, you've ever watched Family Guy? They literally always say, "Hey, you got to be careful." And let's just say you step on a butterfly, you just got like all hell breaks loose. But it's also like y'all do so much when it comes to traveling time.
Even in Dragon Ball, they don't touch time. Whis, Lord,
We's touched it for like 20 minutes.
he can do that, but they don't mess with it like that. That's why they got on Bulma for going back in time.
Wait, no, they got Trunks.
It was Trunks that came
Yeah,
back.
I'm about to say Trunks was the
Well, they went to the future. That's right. Bulma went to the future with them
yeah.
during the Goku Black arc.
Yeah, but during the Cell Saga, like that's the whole reason Cell was there.
Same thing too.
Say, but hold on, wait. He just annihilated Frieza and his father. Well, no, his father. No,
He took out King Cole too.
yeah, I was gonna say he annihilated Frieza and his father, and we were just supposed to let it happen.